Alright, welcome to the text product project. In this tutorial we're going to discover the project, what it's all about. So basically I'm just going to go through this slideshow here. So the first thing we're going to cover is basically in graphic design, a popular form of design is creating an image out of text, and that's essentially what we're going to be doing. So we're going to be creating a product that's made out of text. And here in this example you can see this kind of barrier. It's made up of 3D text. So it's very popular in graphic design. Here's a map made out of text. You can see all the different types sort of forming the different continents. Here is another extremely popular form of graphic design, which is text and faces. So faces made out of text, literally defining the forms. The text sort of flows around and follows the contours of the form. So something really to look forward to. And then we have the animal made out of text here. Animals are and other characters have been made out of text. One thing about the text is that you want the text to relate to the subject. So in here you have hunt, roar, a lot of different things dealing with the lion. If we go back to these, they are also different quotes or things about the artists that are in there. So here's a shoe that has basically text made out of. And then finally we have here an actual product from Starbucks that has some text. And each of these lines of text, for the most part, have to do with something about Starbucks. So you have discover, energy, maybe a little tagline from Starbucks or some other company, whichever product you create. Essentially, in your design, you want to create a product design made of text. The text should describe the product or include taglines from the advertisement. And here's my example. So who are you when you're hungry? Think of the tagline from Snickers. And all this type is basically made into a broken up Snickers bar. So this was my initial hit with it, and then I added a drop shadow based on the form, and then I added an outline around the form. And the one I actually prefer is the one with the shadow, ultimately. Here is the actual list for the product. So we have create a product design made out of text, right? So that's step one. The text should describe the product or include taglines from the advertisement. You want to include 3 different fonts for your text. So I've included at least 3 different fonts in here. And you want to include layer style effects for your type. So we have stroke, bevel, emboss, drop shadow on different lines of text. You can see in here the Snickers has a drop shadow, the nuts over here has a bevel emboss, and then the caramel has a stroke back here. And they're kind of repeated throughout, so different ones have different effects. The text should follow the form of the product or the shape. So if you notice, the text wraps around the form, so it defines the edge here of the form and then wraps around through the tear here, right? So you should always have it follow the form of the shape, and vary the size and color of the type is actually critical to make an interesting design. Now in terms of the color scheme, kind of went with candy kind of colors, but they vary. So not every word next to each word has the same color. So you want to make sure you have that, and also the different size. So some are big and bold, and others are smaller, as you can see here. So and again, here's my best example, I think, out of looking at the 3. This is where I came up with. So for your example, hopefully you'll come with a product and come with something interesting. I look forward to seeing them. In the next tutorial, I'll actually go over some of the technical aspects of the project in Photoshop. See you soon. Cheers.